Hey, Course 3, welcome back to Lesson 6 on converting measures. Before you do anything else, I'm going to suggest you pause the video and copy the tables you see on page 36 and 37. Page 36 is abbreviations of the customary measurements: inches, feet, yards, miles, ounces, pints, quarts, gallons, pounds, abbreviations for the metric system as well, and equivalent measures. It's the equivalent measures that we're going to use as our unit multipliers. So page 36, 37, copy those tables, and then come back to the video when you're ready. All right, so you're back. So I assume that you got that done. So lesson 6, converting measures. So the simplest way to look at this is if I have a measurement over here in units, and I want to change that into a different kind of unit. Maybe I want to change from Celsius to Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit to Celsius, or I want to change it from feet to inches, or inches to feet, or miles to whatever we want to change them into. We are going to have to multiply by some kind of constant. Okay? Now we're going to call that constant typically a unit multiplier. And what you see on page 37 gives us a bunch of constants. If you see how on page 37 it says 16 ounces equals 1 pint. 16 ounces equals 1 pint. That becomes my unit multiplier. It could be 16 ounces over 1 pint, or we could be talking 1 pint over 16 ounces. And I would use that as my multiplier. It says 12 inches equals 1 foot. Well, 12 inches over 1 foot, or I could use 1 foot over 12 inches. So take a look at the examples. We've done these in the past, so there's nothing new with them. Take a look at the examples, try the practice problems, come back after you've given them a chance, and we'll work on those together. See you in a little bit. All right, let's take a look. Look at practice problem A. I might draw a picture or something to help us out with that, but let's look at practice problem A. Practice problem A says a room is 15 feet long and 12 feet wide. (15 feet long and 12 feet wide. And they want to know what is the length and width of the room in yards. Now, you probably just took this and said, let's see, 15 divided by 3 is 5 yards. 12 divided by 3 is 4 yards. Let's look at what the book's asking us to do. I know that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So 15 feet over 1 times 1 yard over 3 feet. Feet and feet cancel. 3 becomes 1. Here I get 5 yards. Guys, if we learn it this way, it's going to make a lesson down the road a whole lot cheaper, or a whole lot easier. 1 yard over 3 feet here. Cancel, 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 cancel. 4 yards. Using unit multipliers, that's what we get. We multiply by one of those. So guys, I'm going to go back in our notes real quick to this piece right here. This times a constant. It'd be good if we took our original measure times a constant equals the new. That's essentially what we're looking at. And then that constant we talked about, usually what we're going to multiply is a unit multiplier. Okay, unit meaning 1, something equal to 1. 3 feet over 1 yard is equal to 1 because it's the same measurements. 60 minutes, whoops, over 1 hour is equal to 1 because they're the same measurements. So keeping that in mind, let's look at problem B. Problem B states that Nathan is 6 feet 2 inches. How many inches is he? So here's 6 feet 2 inches. This is kind of the sum, more pattern. He's 6 feet, that's sum. He's 2 more inches, that's more. So we're going to be adding these eventually, but let's look at the relationship between feet and inches. 12 inches is 1 foot. So 6 feet over 1 times, which of the two forms could I do? 12 inches over 1 foot, or 1 foot over 12 inches. And if I want to cancel, I'm going to use 12 inches over 1 foot. Feet cancels with feet. 6 times 12 is 72 inches. 72 inches is the 6 feet plus 2, 74 inches. So you've seen A and B. Try C using a unit multiplier. Come back when you have it. All right, welcome back. As we look at C, we're wanting to change 7 kilometers into meters. So 7 kilometers into meters. Well, what's my relationship? What is going to be my constant? Well, according to our table, 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. So it's either 1,000 meters or kilometer over 1,000 meters. So I'm going to multiply this by 1,000 meters over 1 kilometer. Cancel. 7,000 meters. So there's your conversions, and kind of use that information. It's building. It's going to happen a little bit more. But good luck in your homework tonight. God bless.